Thank you. So what, you are freestyling it, or that's a set form?
It's a actual form. The short one. The normally longer.
Oh, okay.
But I'm old.
So what style are you teaching here?
I teach Feng Wai Shi.
Washi?
Feng Wai Shi. Feng Wai Shi is my own system. My original system was Fu Pa, or Young Fu Pa, which means young family style tiger claw. And from there, with the urging of my instructor, because when I was young, I was hanging out with my friends, and they did Shotokan, and I was in class, and we're doing tiger claw, and I went like that. And then I went like that. He said, you know what? You need to make your own system. And I said, nah. Then he said, get out my system. And that's how Feng Wai Shi was born. It was actually created in a space no bigger than this. Actually, yeah, about this. Me and my best friend, Craig Jones, started working on it in his mother's living room. And at that time, I was 17 years old.
Okay.
I guess I should start from the beginning.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's the concept? Is this a concept of a hybrid style, or a mix of everything, or?
Feng Wai Shi is a mixture of everything.
Okay.
Everything I learned from my instructor, from my friends. We used to trade things when we were younger. So there was 4 of us.
Okay.
Halbert Lee, Carl Smith, Craig Jones, Norman Woods. They were all Shotokan, and I was Kung Fu. So we used to switch back and forth, change things around. If we had a kata, we broke it down, and we said, well, what can we do different? So from there, we started working on different things. And from myself and Craig, I started working on Feng Wai Shi. And Feng Wai Shi works on the principle of blocking and punch with the same hand. So we do a lot. That's it. That's it. So, and Feng Wai Shi means infinity. So our principal idea is that we go on, and whatever we pick up becomes part of the system. So there's no end to it.
Oh, okay. So how many teachers you have training?
How many teachers I have? Well, I have 11 black belts under me. And I've been teaching for...
No, when you started your training.
Oh, when I started training?
Yeah.
I first started in Isshin Ryu with my Uncle Calvin. I was 5 years old. And he stopped teaching me and took me to his instructor, which was Mario Blackman. And Mario did Kung Fu and Isshin Ryu. Then Mario couldn't teach me anymore, and he took me to Lou Young Yamaton Jr., who was my instructor to adulthood. And I trained with him and his whole family. So everyone in his family, from his father to his grandfather to his great-grandfather, was training us. There was 50 of us, 50 kids. And there was only 2 black kids in his class. Everybody else was Oriental.
Yeah, what was the style though?
The style was Young Fu Pa.
Oh, Young Fu Pa, okay.
Young Family Tiger Strike.
Okay.
It was their family system. So Young used to call us, myself and Gloria, his 2 little raisins in his bowl of rice. And we trained almost every day. I got taught by him, his wife, his mother, his father, his grandfather, and they would train all of us.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, it went on from 6 years old to adulthood. So that's all my training came from him. And then, you know, we're friends that pick up other things. And Yam not only taught Kung Fu, but he also taught Aikido, Iaido, things like that. Chinese weaponry, Japanese weaponry. So that was my foundation.
Okay. Can you teach us some of your, show us some of your basics, or when you start a student, he comes in, what will be your basics?
Okay. Let me use them for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Can I feel your for a second? Crisscross applesauce? On some time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's the first thing when you walk in the door. That's the first thing you learn how to do. It's easy. It's simple, and we always start all our forms from a seated position. And then we go standing. Back up. On your count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one. And that's our basic first one. This is our second one. So that's for the fifth. So we do, first form was Pountain Tiger, and the second form is Buddha Fist. And then the third form is Buddha Palm. the palm are actually green belt katas.
Okay.
In our system, it will take you approximately 3 years to make green belt.
Okay. Why 3 years?
Because the martial arts should be done slowly.
Okay.
So you know it. See, today they have a habit of promoting very fast.
Yeah.
And so the kids think rank is very important. If you ask my kids when it's promotion, first thing they'll tell you promotion is every day. And then you ask them again and they'll tell you promotion comes every April. So what it does is eliminate that thirst for rank.
Okay.
And put in place of the thirst for rank, a thirst for knowledge. I have to say, I don't believe in kid black belts or kid sifus. Now, I have a best friend, Carl Smith, who tells me how we were kids when we were black belts. And I know that, but I keep telling him it was a different time. When we were black belts, we would like, I made black belt at 14. When we went into competition and fought, there wasn't no kid black belt divisions. So what happened was, the person you stood next to, no matter how old or how big they was the person you fought. And there was no safety equipment. If you wanted safety equipment, like a mouth guard, you went in the bathroom, you wet some toilet paper and you bit down on it. If you had a hand pad, that was a piece of tape wrapped around your hand. That was equipment. So back then, we fought very hard. And a black belt means that you are ready to tell anyone what to do, how to do it, and the way to do it, and just when to do it at all times. And if they don't do it, you can put them down into that position to make them do it. So if you're 14 years old, you have to have that command of the floor. There are schools where you see a kid going across the street and he has a black belt on, but he's holding his father's hand. He can't cross the street by himself. So that means that kid really can't protect himself. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Okay. The martial arts, like I said, should be over time. It's like, you're baking a cake. You make the batter, put the cake in the oven. If you turn it up to the highest flame, when you take that cake out, you're gonna get mush. You put it to the right flame, you take that cake out, you're gonna have cake.
Yeah.
And that's what the martial arts is like.
Okay.
It's how hard you train and how much you put into it.
Yeah. This past Sunday, you won the grand championship, in the tournament doing forms. That form we did with the praying mantis, did you come up with that form?
That's my own form, yes.
That's your own form?
Yes. I have a series of forms from the Buddha, or actually it's called the Divine Buddha's Hand. And those are my high-ranking forms. So that was the second form of that category. Okay.
How long did it take you to come up with that form?
It took exactly 3 months.
3 months? Oh, okay.
And the way I create a form is that I do it first, and then I use him to test it.
Okay.
In other words, the techniques have to work. If they don't work, there's no use doing it. In my class, I tell my kids that kata, or form, or tuan is a battle. And you have to respect it that way. Because through the history of martial arts, to create a form, someone had to die in the beginning for that form to be created. So, forms in the beginning was created on the battlefield. Guy fought, did a technique, killed someone, came back and started working on that technique. So when you do a form, you want to do with your best to show respect to the person who came before you that lost their life for you to be able to do that form.
Yeah. Okay. Any students compete in like a fighting competition and stuff like that? Or?
Yes. Actually, I'm going to have a couple of my students at the American Open in the Charles tournament on the 16th, I believe.
Ah, okay.
And at my own tournament, I try to get all my kids to compete.
Oh, you throw your own tournament?
Yes, I'm throwing a tournament April 13th.
April 13th.
April 13th.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I have a flyer.
Oh, I have it. And
that's my tournament.
Oh, okay.
And it will be actually not too far from here on 118th Street.
The Millbank Center.
That's the second location that I teach at.
Oh, okay.
This here is mostly for adults. This is like a private class.
Yes.
And Millbanks is open for the kids and adults.
Okay.
But this one is more private, so we can work on different things that we don't get a chance to work on at Millbank.
Okay. All right. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Peace.